Review of what you said about what's going on.
My overview was very simple. My overview was, if rainbow flags were the fashion of English people and we wore them all the time, I'm sure Qatar would let us in with the t-shirts. If nobody ever wears them in history and you show up at the arena with one, you are intentionally trying to provoke a culture into telling you to go home and change your t-shirts. You can paint you as the bad guy. And I believe that they should crack some skulls. That was the gist of what I said.
Imagine being a generic football fan, just a guy who likes football. Yeah, just bring it in.
Come in.
Imagine being a generic football.
Crack skulls, it's a little too harsh. But honestly, yeah, why do you need like to provoke people? You want to do your LGBTQ thing, go do it over there. You want women and men to mix like yogurt and honey in the same bowl, do it. We respect our women enough. Arabs, Muslims respect the women enough to separate them so that women can get special treatment where we don't objectify them, obviously. If you want to do that, go do that in your own country. Why do you have to come and signal virtue over us? Oh no, you're separating men and women. Oh no, you're not allowed to do this. Oh no, you cannot drink. You cannot have some kind of liquid that makes your brain intoxicated and makes you irresponsible for your actions and causes problems and troubles and police and wow, you guys are so backward.
Fan, just a guy who likes football. You don't give a shit about any of these political statements, any of this garbage, and now all of a sudden you're, by just watching the football games and supporting football, you're on the side of mass. I don't even know what you are. What are they doing? Mass degeneracy? Like, it's insanity. Can't you just like football now?
Yeah, this is my point. This is what I talked about earlier. I'm like, why is it now, when the World Cup is held in Qatar, it became political? Like, in Russia, literally Russia was bombing kids in Syria. No one was talking about it, including me, like a donkey. And I'm very comfortable calling myself a donkey in this video, because it like went right over our heads. We were not like, oh, Russia, you're criminals, you're doing this, you're doing that, oh, that's not cool, oh, why are you hosting the World Cup when you actually have a lot of blood in your hand? Because we were just like enjoying football, watching football matches and cheering for our favorite teams, and that was it. And now it's becoming, every single move is political, because it's the Arab world. We have to keep an eye on the Arab world.
Or can't you just, have sex with who you want in your house without having to show everyone in the World Cup?
Exactly my point as well. I also talked about this. I said that Qatari government or conservative people in general are not worried about your orientation. They're worried about public display of affection. So it's like, why do you need to go like, yeah, I want to publicly do this or do X or do Y or Z? You know what I'm talking about. In public, even though you do not like it, but I want to do it in front of your face because I signal virtue over you, because I'm virtuous and I want to spread love, but you don't. You want to spread hate. Oh my god, this World Cup revealed so many things we did not know about. I swear to God.
There was an English TV show, and it's one of these guys. He's one of them football pundits. I don't know. It was BBC Two or something. There's a full 3 minutes singing and dancing, just saying how important it is to have rainbow armbands. Why? I don't get it. Why can't people just play football? Why do they have to mix in this agenda with everything?
Yeah, I don't
It's like the West has no culture besides that.
Yeah.
It's the last piece of culture, the pride flag. And I don't give a if people are gay. I don't care. You can be as gay as you want. But why do you have to know?
Why do you have to, why is it like now the main frame of the Western culture? Like, why? I don't know. It's so weird, man. It's so weird. Like, you guys.
Why did you go to another country and make sure that they understand how important it is that you believe that that's an important thing? Like,
well, interestingly enough, Andrew.
Sure, I really genuinely want to understand why. You can do whatever you want in your own country, and no one is like coming to your country or judging you. No. Why do you have to go like, yeah, we do this, and it's so cool, and you have to know it's so cool, and we want to rub that fact in your faces?
Argument of love is love, and we should celebrate and make legal all types of love. If you are from Qatar and you are a Muslim and you live in England, you cannot legally marry 3 or 4 women. Polygamy is against the law in England.
Oh man, Tristan is gonna become Muslim soon. I think this guy again. right on top of my head, like right over my head. Honestly, like if you try to even insinuate that you want to have more than one wife, which is permissible in the Muslim world, most of the countries at least, if you try to do that in the UK, like, oh my god, it's like you're walking with your 3 or 4 wives in the street, and we don't have the need, like, inside us to do that, to show off, like, oh, I'm gonna go to the UK and walk with my 3 or 4 wives and show off and do this and that.
So, if we were to hold the World Cup in England, could the Qatari players have their pro-polygamy, pro-multi-wife armbands on? But I don't think they would.
I don't think they would.
No, because they don't want to push their culture on other people.
Yeah, and also we watch football to enjoy football, you know? This is politics, religion, and this is football. The World Cup. That's it.
Happy being who they are, and I think that that's what every culture should do.
Yeah, because it's absolutely not utterly arrogant to believe that your worldviews are somehow shared by every other nation on earth. It's actually amazing that the West pretends to be moral and has any kind of moral high ground. If you look at the track records of the West, whether it's starting wars or look at some of the ideas the Matrix is purporting now.
I did say this yesterday.
Yeah, there's Matrix. I mean, the ideas that the Matrix is purporting now amongst the populations of the West are absolutely not utterly degenerate. They're not moral. You're going to sit there and say that, you know, it's okay to chop people's off at the age of 8 and 9, and that's somehow good. And then you want to talk to others about morality. There's absolutely nothing moral about the West. The West is disgusting in various forms, and for them to sit there and pretend that they know so much more than other countries is absolutely and utterly disrespectful. By most metrics, Qatar as a country outperforms nearly every Western country.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I'm not talking about the Qatari like outperforms or whatever. The Gulf region is very controversial for me. I don't want to dive into these details, but why are the Western morals better than any other morals? What set this frame here? Who set this frame? Why should we agree on this frame? Like, I want to understand why. Can you let me know in the comments or anywhere?
It's safer. They have families, lower divorce rate. They're doing something right. So for us to come along and say, no, they're doing everything wrong, they have to believe the way we think, is absolutely not arrogant.
السلام عليكم لا تنسوا الاعجاب.
Dead and gone. I said, oh my God, there's a big fucking crack in the facade. I read the writing on the wall.